I'm here representing M1xchange. M1xchange is a recognized platform. It's a marketplace where bill discounting can be done. Bill discounting, factoring is not a new word. In India, this has been in existence for centuries. It's just that with RBI reforming this entire financial product, sometime in 2017, RBI came up with the guidelines, and M1xchange was the first platform which got this entire license, and so far we are the biggest exchange. I'll actually tell you what all you guys can really understand how this can be really beneficial to you. We all know business requires a lot of attention, focus, and along with the focus, it requires finances. You get focus, attention when you get the right set of mentoring, and along with the right set of mentoring, you need finance. We all know that when it comes to financing, there are various products available. हम सबको पता है कि टर्म लोन भी एक चीज होती है, नॉर्मल लोन्स, ओडी, cash credit, all of us are well aware about it. I'm not going to talk about it here, but let's understand what I have for you here. Okay, so today I'll be talking about these two big concepts, M1xchange, which is a bill discounting platform, and there is this other thing called a non-bill discounting regulated platform, which is a completely a fintech company of M1xchange. All of us are here to provide you financial support. Okay. Now, let's talk about M1xchange, which is a regulated bill discounting platform, and how it is changing the life of MSMEs in the country. And Uttar Pradesh entrepreneur should not be behind in any case. So I'm here talking about M1xchange. We all know when it comes to traditional funding, there are issues with high rate of interest. There is bank funding limitations as well. At times, bank branches also has limitation on providing funding to tier 3, tier 4 cities or to villages and to various other industry towns. There is always a evaluation of past performance basis which you get the funding. It's all leading to gap in the need and the supply. And here, through bill discounting and various other products which I'm going to talk about here, we are looking at bridging this gap. COVID as a pandemic in the last 24 months have very clearly said that finance and how you manage your entire business, keeping finance in mind, is very, very important. And at times, just the sanctioned fund from the bank may not be sufficient. So let's look at what all we should do. And before I really move on to M1xchange and talk about how we are changing the dynamics, I want to tell you one simple story about any business and how comparable TReDS is to the normal conventional funding. I want all of you to take a screenshot of it. I know समय कम है अभी तो हम ज़्यादा बात नहीं करेंगे, but take a screenshot, photo ले लीजिए, because then you will be able to compare easily. And here I am going to talk about two important things. आपका जो इंटरेस्ट रेट है, जो ब्याज दर है यहाँ पर, जो नॉर्मल फंडिंग की बात करें, चाहे वो टर्म लोन है, सीसी है, ओडी है, काफी सारे जो व्यवस्थाएं हैं हमारे पास, you will realize that the interest rate is 10% and above. But in the case of TReDS bill discounting, it is around 5%, and you can see there is a range of 4 to 9%, which I have mentioned. It is dependent on your credit rating score. And when I say your credit score, one of a party in the transaction, if has a good credit rating, you get a lesser interest rate burden. So this is important. It is purely collateral free, my friends. It is non-recourse, making it really, really affordable and with a lot of peace of mind that you go and get this finance. It is not one-to-one bank funding or financing. Say, for example, you go to Union Bank, you get your OD from Union Bank. So it is one-to-one relation. But in the case of bill discounting, it is one-to-many. At TReDS platform, many banks are transacting and bidding for your invoice. So that's the wonderful advantage. You need not be dependent on one specific bank. There are various other advantages. It is pure tech-driven, negligible registration fees, no stamp duty, no other no past performance evaluation, nothing. You start from today and you continue, and the past does not trouble you when you get into the bill discounting. So these are the advantages. I'm sure you must have taken the picture of this slide. Let's move on to what has been MSMEx contribution so far. We are the first TReDS platform. We are a licensed RBI platform. We have 900 plus corporates, PSUs, large organizations already registered with M1xchange. So मेरे सभी प्रिय व्यापारी एंड व्यवसायी गण जो उत्तर प्रदेश को बिलोंग करते हैं और इन कॉर्पोरेट्स बड़ी PSUs के साथ, सेंट्रल PSU, स्टेट PSUs के साथ अगर बिजनेस करते हैं तो आपके लिए M1xchange पर आकर, TReDS प्लेटफॉर्म पर आकर बिल डिस्काउंटिंग करना पहला कदम होना चाहिए. उसमें कुछ भी सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है. तकरीबन 40 से ज्यादा बैंक्स एंड फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हमारे पास हैं. 15 दिन पहले RBI has issued a notification also allowing 200 plus NBFCs to also participate in TReDS and factoring. And here, this entire business is gonna go a change. All of you, all your peers, all the business associates, either in Tier 1 cities, metro cities, non-metro cities, Tier 2, 3 cities, or all those industrial towns in UP will get tremendous response and support from NBFCs through TReDS platforms. So in the next 6 months, this is completely going to change. So don't delay your process of onboarding at TReDS platform. Onboard and let the bill discounting as a product completely change your financial position in the business. Okay. So almost 20,000 crore worth of invoices are discounted by M1xchange. अगर मैं पूरे देश में टोटल 3 exchanges हैं सबको मिलाकर बात करूं तो total 40,000 crore worth of invoices are discounted so far in the country, which according to me it is just a tip of an iceberg. We know a big thing coming up. Government, RBI, financial institutions, all the trade bodies and everybody is looking at Indian MSMEs with a lot of hope, and TReDS platform as a financial tool is going to help you out. Now let's understand some more numbers. We all know that TReDS is building up slowly, gradually. Bill discounting is taking shape and benefiting MSMEs. You will be happy to know that at M1xchange, people from almost 600 plus cities have come and transacted. More than 66% of MSMEs are coming from Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. So उन सभी ग्रामीण इलाकों से, क्षेत्रीय इलाकों से आने वाले बहुत सारे बिजनेसेस M1xchange के साथ कनेक्टेड हैं. अब मैं थोड़ी सी तस्वीर यूपी के MSMEs की बताना चाहूंगा और यहाँ मैं किरण जी और मेहरा जी का वो संदेश भी आप लोगों को बताना चाहूंगा कि TReDS प्लेटफॉर्म जो पूरे देश में आगे बढ़ रहा है, मदद कर रहा है MSMEs की, वहीं कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा यूपी के उद्यमियों को जागरूक होना पड़ेगा. वहां पर आपको पता है that there are about 9 million MSMEs in UP, highest in the country, my friends. So let's be proud about this fact. I am also from UP, so I can personally be proud about it. But at the same time, you need to wake up and realize that there are about 600, only 600 MSMEs which are registered at M1xchange TReDS platform. And only half of them are transacting. Imagine a gross state domestic product of almost 230 billion, only 1,200 crore worth of bills are discounted at the exchange so far in the last 4 years, which means we are still not understanding the importance of TReDS. And I request in the next couple of slides, when I show you some of those corporates, some of those PSUs, please find with which PSU in the corporate you guys are working. And I'll be more than happy. MSME M1xchange and the team will be more than happy to get in touch with you through CII, through Wadhwani Foundation, through FCE, in making sure you get the right funding without any hassle. And you'll be happy to know all of this is simple, tech-driven. M1xchange team is all there to help you onboard faster with us. Okay. Now, let's understand simple math. अगर आप एक 10 लाख रुपए का इनवॉइस जिसकी मान के चलिए ड्यूरेशन क्रेडिट पीरियड 45 दिन है, 50 दिन के आसपास है, अगर आप किसी भी ट्रेड्स प्लेटफॉर्म पे बिल कराते हैं और आपको एक अच्छा इंटरेस्ट रेट मिलता है, यू गेट दैट मनी फॉर लेस देन 1% कॉस्ट ऑन एन एनुअलाइज्ड बेसिस. तो 10 लाख रुपए का अगर कोई भी इनवॉइस आप डिस्काउंट कराते हैं, यू हार्डली हैव टू पे 8,000 rupees, which is like phenomenal. You get your money faster in 2 to 3 days, and all of this is coming for almost a negligible cost. So keep that thing in mind. Here, a couple of very important aspects. This entire platform is built with best-in-class technology. All the KYCs are taken care. We provide you hand-holding support so that all you can register at M1xchange faster, and not just register. When you transact, when you upload your invoice or bill discounting, this all is taken care smoothly, all is automated. Blockchain technology is applied so that your transaction is secure and there is no duplicacy. In this entire process, now I want to highlight some of those PSUs, some of those big, large corporates that are already onboarded with M1xchange. Some of these names are there. You can take a picture of it or a screenshot of it so that once you go back, you know that this specific PSU, I'm already supplying products and services. Let's get in touch with M1xchange. These are some of those big corporate buyers into manufacturing sector, textile cotton sectors, and automotive. So a big number of enterprises are in automotive sector and cotton and textile. So these are some of those buyers. You can, if you are already transacting, you can come to M1xchange. And in case you are not transacting with any of the buyer, a careful listening here, my friend. In case your buyer is not registered, still on board with us, we will make sure, we will get in touch with the buyer and make sure he is also registered with us. We are here building the ecosystem. It is not just about only bill discounting. We are bringing buyers, we are bringing sellers so that this ecosystem is slowly, gradually building up in a compounding way. Okay. Some of these are pharma companies, FMCG companies, electronics companies, agro. So these enterprises are there. So you can take a screenshot of it and we can be with you in ensuring your bill discounting starts to happen and you take the advantage. Some of them are auto sector partners. You can see most of them here. Now, these are banks. So you will realize almost all the banks are available. And interestingly, my friends, most of the nationalized banks are available with us. It is not just private banks. One of the biggest volumes are done by PNBs, SBI, Bank of Baroda, Indian banks. All of them are transacting with us. And I'm pretty sure all of you are already having relations with these banks. Those relations can continue and you can continue to have bill discounting done at M1xchange. It's a set process which is already defined. I'll not get much there. It's automated. It is simple. M1xchange team takes care of you in the entire process. We provide you necessary trainings. The necessary bidding happens at M1xchange platform. all the bidding information you get, you have all the freedom of accepting the bid. Most of the time, you will accept the lowest amount bid, making sure that you get right funds at the lowest of the cost. These are some of those accolades that we have received as an organization, and most of these awards are all directing towards a very strong IT and tech enablement. So this is how M1xchange is recognized in the country. Now I would like to touch upon in the last couple of minutes some of those things which are non-bill discounting, which all the business owners should be aware about. Now I want to talk about Mind Fintech. Mind Fintech is a non-regulated entity of M1xchange. Here we are looking at providing unsecured funding. We are looking at providing almost all the supply chain finance component related financing to all the MSMEs. It is non-TReDS supply chain. It's a marketplace, and we are providing best-in-class financial support to MSMEs. Here, one simple model I'll explain you, and then we will move towards question answers. So just be careful. We all know we are a SME businesses. We have buyers on one side, we have vendors on one side. So in case you are supplying to a customer bigger than you, say for example large corporates or vendors, or you are purchasing from organizations which are bigger than you or large corporations, then we have something very interesting for you. Something which is unsecured, without collateral, completely dependent on the transactions. And these solutions are TReDS. You have already heard me in the last 15 minutes. There are early payment financing, there is vendor financing, there is invoice financing, dealer financing, and all of them are very big products. I'll possibly not take much of the time here right now, but we'll be more than happy to interact with you post this session, keeping the time of the session intact. Maybe we can talk later. I'll post my mobile number. You can also get in touch with CII team through FCE and Wadhwani Foundation people. Get in touch with M1xchange and get more idea about how dealer financing happens, how invoice financing happens, with an advantage of it being collateral free, with an advantage of it being completely unsecured and not really getting into your credit score or past performance. Build a future from now. That's the mantra Mind Fintech has. In this entire process, good thing is you need not talk to all the vendors. You need not talk to all the customers. Mind Fintech will do the needful. All those financing of different products, be it dealer financing, vendor financing, factoring, all of that come to you through Mind Fintech solution. In this entire process, all the banks actually have different processes, but Mind Fintech makes it one process. You will be interacting with Mind Fintech. All the different processes of different banks, different forms, different declaration, you need not worry about it. You just need to get in touch with Mind Fintech, fill one form, do KYC once, that's all. All the different processes of different banks are taken care by us, making your life easy as a business owner. आप अपने बिजनेस पे ध्यान दें, कोर पर ध्यान दें और माइंड फिनटेक की टीम को सारा काम करने दें. So that's the mantra we have. So all these products come to you at an affordable rate of interest. All the juggling between banks is done by Mind Fintech team. You simply need to focus on making your business healthy. With you focusing on the right mentoring, right guidance through Wadhwani Foundation, right financial hygiene and support through FCE, right overall roadmap guidance through CII, M1xchange is all here to provide you the banking support and supply chain financing support in the easiest possible way using technology. This is a very simple process. You using your laptop, iPad or mobile, you can connect and log in and see all these financial products that are available. All these products will help you, obviously based on your business requirement, will help you manage your working capital. Keeping these things in mind would also now take you to a completely different dimension in something what M1xchange is doing. Another 1 minute and I'll conclude my discussion. M1xchange got the license for the first time in India from RBI to do international transaction factoring, which means if you are an exporter or an importer, exporting goods or importing goods, you can do factoring through M1xchange. यहाँ पर आप इंटरनेशनल ट्रांजैक्शन के केस में भी जल्दी पैसा प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. You will be happy to know the transactions have already started happening. We are structuring businesses for some of those big organizations, including Tata Group. In addition, M1xchange also has come up with a marketplace for imports and exports, for which you need to, as a business owner, if you are interested in imports and export, need to register yourself with M1xchange. There is a separate entity called M1 Global. The details will be provided to you post this session. Through M1 Global, you can register with M1 Global, and all those demands which are coming from international markets related to your product will start coming to you. If you are into textile, you are into paper product, you are into corrugated boxes, you are into grains or maybe food products, all of that the demand from international market will keep coming to you. Same way you can showcase your product to the international market. It is a non-finance based marketplace that we are creating for Indian MSMEs in collaboration with Government of Singapore. There is a MOU already signed between M1xchange and Government of Singapore, through which we are creating this marketplace.